A dramatic duel between a Russian flamethrowing rocket launcher and Ukrainian artillery somewhere in eastern Ukraine recently underscores a brutal truth about the fighting along that front, 100 days into Russia's wider war on Ukraine. It's an artillery fight. Big guns and rocket launchers shoot at enemy troops while the enemy's own big guns shoot back. Whoever shoots more, farther and faster should have the upper hand. The duel played out during a video shoot by Russian propagandists. The video's host stood next to a TOS-1 Thermobaric rocket launcher, bragging about the demoralizing effect of the 220mm diameter rockets. The TOS-1 is one of the more terrifying weapons in the Russian arsenal. Thermobaric munitions burst over their targets, spreading a fuel vapor before exploding and igniting the fuel, and creating a pressure wave that's twice as powerful as that from a conventional artillery shell. A fuel-air explosive can have the effect of a tactical nuclear weapon without residual rad. The Russians seem to have deployed to Ukraine the majority of the roughly 50 TOS-1s they had before the war. The Ukrainians have destroyed several of the 45-ton, 30-round launchers and associated support vehicles and captured others, and have fired at least one captured launcher back at the Russians. But TOS-1s still are active along the front. They're especially useful as the Kremlin narrows its war aims and focuses its remaining forces on surrounding and cutting off Severodonetsk, the last city on the eastern bank of the Donets River in eastern Ukraine's Donbas region. The Ukrainians defending Severodonetsk and the adjacent city of Lysychansk on the other side of the river have dug in deep. Ukrainian defenses are stiffest around an old chemical factory in Severodonetsk. The factory with its basements, tunnels and Cold War vintage fallout shelters is a virtual fortress, just like the Azovstal steel plant in Russian-occupied Mariupol in southern Ukraine was before the Russians finally starved out the local garrison last month. The TOS-1 is one of the best weapons for rooting out those underground positions.